Good morning, sir. This is Chandana from CSE. Today's my topic is to explain about find the middle term of 2x minus 1 by 3x whole to the power of 10 from discrete mathematics and graph theory. This is the question. What I am going to explain now. 2x minus 1 by 3x whole to the power of 10. To find a solution for this question, we follow these steps to find the solution. First of all, before going into problem, I want to brief some of the terms which are used in this problem. First of all, middle term in the binomial expansion. Binomial expressions include two correlated through a plus or minus sign. The middle term in a binomial expansion is calculated using the combination of formula NCR is equals to n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Binomial expression. Before knowing binomial expansion and its middle term, let us know what is binomial is. An algebraic sum with two terms is called binomial. The terms of binomial expressions are connected through a plus or minus sign. Next, I'm going to explain about binomial expansion or binomial theorem. When a binomial theorem is raised to be non-zero positive component which is except 1, and the binomial is expanded when the components are more significant. First of all, NCR is equals to n factorial into n minus r factorial into r factorial. I want to explain about some of the important points regarding to the binomial expression. The total number of terms in the expansion of a plus b whole to the power of n is n plus 1 terms, which is equals to total number of terms in the binomial expansion. The sum of components of a and b is always n. NC0, NC1, NC2, and so on. NCn are the binomial coefficients and also written as C0, C1, C2, C3, and so on. The equidistant binomial coefficients from beginning and from ending are equal to NC0 is equals to NCn, NC1 is equals to NCn minus 1, NC2 is equals to NCn n minus 2, and so on, etc. Binomial coefficients and can also found to be using Pascal's triangle. Some of the terms which are used in binomial expansion. First of all, independent term, determining a particular term, numerical greatest term, and ratio of consecutive terms of coefficient. First of all, I am going to explain about general term of a binomial expansion. The binomial expansion formula is given below. If x plus y whole to the power of n is equals to nc naught into x power n plus nc1 x n minus 1 plus into y plus nc2 x power n minus 2 into y square plus and so on plus ncn y to the power of n. The general term for this is r plus tr plus 1th term, which is equals to ncr into x n minus r y to the power of r. Next, I am going to explain about middle term in binomial expansion. First of all, to understand the middle term of a binomial expansion, we consider binomial expressions form, which is known as x plus y to the power of n. For this, middle terms are n plus 1 terms. First of all, for the middle term of a binomial expansion, these are of two types. Instance as the value of n. These includes even and odd values of n. First, we'll go with first case with even n. If n is an even number, then n plus 1 is an odd number. To get middle term, use binomial formula. So the middle term would be n plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1 term, which is equals to n by 2 plus 1 term. Next, I am going with second case, which is known as odd number of n. If n is odd number, then n plus 1 would be even. Now in the case of even number, the number of terms in the expansion, there would be two middle terms instead of one. The middle terms would be n plus 1 by 2 terms. Next, I am going to explain the important points in the binomial theorem which are known as independent term. The middle term in a binomial expansion also includes a case called independent term. In this case, we use the following expression. Next, I am going to explain about properties of binomial coefficients. Binomial coefficients are the integers of variables term in a binomial expression. Here the important properties of binomial coefficients that will provide help and solve the mathematical problems easily. At last, I'll conclude this brief introduction about binomial expansion and binomial expressions. Binomial theorem gives the expansion of binomial for every positive integral n. Now I'm going to explain this problem with the step 1. Identify the values of, first of all, identify the values of a comma b comma n. In this expansion, a plus b whole to the power of n we have, which is a is equals to 2x and b is equals to minus 1 by 3x and n is equals to 10. Step 2. This step 2 is to determine the middle term. Since n is equals to 10, which is even, the middle term can be found using the formula for n by 2 plus 1th term. Therefore, the middle term is 10 by 2 plus 1. 10 by 2, which means 5. 5 plus 1, which is equals to 6. The middle term of this solution is 6th term. This is the third step. First of all, write the formula for the rth term. The rth term in the binomial expansion is given by TR is equals to n by r minus 1 into a power n minus r minus 1 into b r minus 1. For the sixth term, we have r equals to 6. Now, substitute this 6 in the above formula. By using step 4, we substitute the value into the formula using n equals to 10, whereas a is equals to 2x and b is equals to minus 1 by 3x. We know r is equals to 6 because we find out the rth term by using middle term t. R is equals to, which means t6 is equals to 10 by 6 minus 1 into 2 power 2x whole power 10 minus into 6 minus 1 into minus 1 by 3x into 6 minus 1. This simplifies to 10 by 5 into 2x whole to the power of 5 and minus 1 by 3x whole to the power of 5. When we substitute this solution, in this step 5, we calculate the binomial coefficients and powers. Now we calculate t power 6 is equals to 10 by 5 into 2 power x whole to the power of 5 and minus 1 by 3x whole to the power of 5. By calculating 10 by 5, we got 252. Now calculate 2 power x whole to the power of 5, which means 32 power of 32 into x to the power of 5 and also minus 1 by 3x, which gives the answer of minus 1 by 243 into x to the power of 5. Now we combine the terms using sixth step. Now the substituting value back into the expression for t power 6. T power 6 is equals to 252 into 32 x power of 5 into minus 1 by 243 x to the power of 5. This simplifies to coefficient of x power 252 into 32 into minus 1 by 240. Now we have to calculate the step 7, which gives the calculation of final value. Calculating 252 into 32, which gives 8644, which means 8064. Now we have to substitute this value in T6, which equals to minus 8064 by 243. The final answer is, thus the middle term of the expansion of 2x minus 1 by 3x whole to the power of 10 is minus 8064 by divided by 243. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity to explain a problem.